This is going to be a rundown of how I mount 28th scale tires. You get a few options. You can use tire tape, where you just cut a strip of tape, wrap it around the wheel, mount your tire. It's good for temporary if you don't know what tire to run. I prefer to just glue the wheels, but definitely get a tip for the super glue. Don't try to do this with just opening the bottle. PN sells these little lure lock style. They're bent. Some of them come with a little tube, but definitely do that before you start. I like to use the PN tire system. Some people don't. It's just got a lot of parts, so I think it's a little off-putting. Get the plunger, the aluminum bracket, the base, and these are spacers. The blue are 1 millimeter, red is 0.5 millimeter. And this is just to fine-tune the spacing to make sure the tire seats directly on the wheel. On a 28 scale tire, there's a little ridge on the inside. That's going to be the inside edge. You want that pointing to the top of the plunger. So you want to fit it so it's right at the edge, all the way around, uniform. I think this is where people get a little crooked with this tool. So you have to spend the time to get this really seated well so that when it mounts evenly. And I'll put it on the table and just give it a little twist. Make sure it's seated right. That looks a little low. And do this a few times without super glue. You want to make sure you get the process figured out. For my wheels, I use one red shim. And the aluminum piece goes on. And then you want to put the wheel on. We're doing 11 millimeter wheels here. And the outside face goes down. And this is a little spacer. It acts like a bearing to center the wheel. Get that in there. So, looks like that. Slide the whole thing on. And there's little numbers on the side of the aluminum piece. 14, 11, 8.5, referring to what wheel you're putting together. We're doing an 11. So you want to seat this down until it gets right to the 11. So you want to hold the aluminum piece and the base, and you pull the plunger out. But you want to make sure that the aluminum base stays intact. Pull your parts out. Inspect your wheel. And that is perfectly spaced inside and outside. So I think we got that figured out. And so we're going to repeat the process, only this time we're going to super glue the wheel before we put the plunger on the base.